On the topic of race, I'm not gonna lie guys, the most hateful messages I've been seeing are coming from Black women, and that's actually really surprising to me because I thought we were here to protect each other and lift each other's voices.
That right there should tell anyone everything that they need to know about this lady. It is not her fault. It is not the man's fault. It is Black women's fault for holding her accountable.
You couldn't victim blame Risa Tisa because Risa Tisa took accountability for her own actions. Now, all of her sons who are coming forward with these stories, let me just put this out here. Men are terrible. They will deceive you, trick you. They'll take your last tooth to smile at the next bitch. You know what I'm saying? That is implied here. But let's talk about y'all for a second. Risa Tisa said, I really just thought it was my turn and I ignored a lot of red flags, right? Y'all are coming forward and saying, can you believe this happened to me? And people are saying, yes, I can absolutely believe this happened to you. Risa Tisa kind of laid out the red flags and explained why she ignored them at the time. And she also pointed out some things that implied that this man was doing things to counteract those red flags, right? Y'all are not telling that story. And what's getting me about the Danish deception is that when a man asks you for $50,000, be up off that. Because I didn't hear anything from Risa Tisa that was like, oh, he needed all of my money and my funds up front. At first, it was he was paying all the bills. He was telling her he was going to get her stuff. But if I remember correctly, it wasn't a lot of fleecing her for her personal finances.
Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is like the part 2 of the Danish deception. I did not want yesterday's video that I posted to be too long, but I have a lot of thoughts. Like the part that I've seen a lot of people comparing her to Risa Tisa. That is a very total, if not the most disrespecting thing for one to do, to compare this lady's story to Risa Tisa. For one, Risa Tisa took accountability and she was actively trying to verify all the information her ex-husband was showing.
Through observation, because I am West African, I grew up around a lot of West African women. So I'm going to speak for that subset of people that I've been around. I feel like when it comes to dating white men, some African women tend to have a lot of low racial self-esteem, where the only thing this man has to be is white, and they look past every other signal, fire siren, red flag, whatever you want to call it, that he may have. And they make a lot of assumptions about this person's character, like positive assumptions, without really vetting because he's white. And I also feel like a lot of these women also have this fantasy about having mixed race or biracial children, and they tend to talk about and fetishize what their children's gonna look like if they had kids with this man. I say all of this to say that I don't think that Danish deception story is uncommon. I feel like a lot of women take their L's in private. A lot of African women take their L's in private and they don't go parading it, because think about it. Think about if you grew up on the continent, especially if somebody's dating a white person, everybody just assumes that man is rolling in dough and that he's giving money. And even with our women, sometimes even with they're dating other African men and they're the breadwinners of the household, they tend to lie and put on this perception that they're being kept. So you can only imagine the embellishment that goes on based on societal expectations that this person is white, of how much they're lying about how much money they're actually receiving from the white person.
This Danish deception thing is kind of frying me, only because I don't like how y'all are comparing her to Risa Tisa. At least to me, Risa Tisa took accountability of how she purposely turned a blind eye to certain things that her ex-husband was doing because she thought it was finally her time and she wanted it to be her time. This lady, she not taking enough accountability for me. There were so many things that you could have Googled before we got to the part of being married to him and you sending him $50,000. Number one, she lost me at the Olympics thing. Honestly, that's when I really kind of tuned out of the story, because I said, girl, I guess maybe it's because I enjoy watching the Olympics. But if you tell me you participate in the Olympics, I'm Googling that. I'm going to ask you, where did you place? Did you get a gold, silver, bronze? What was your workout routine? What year were you in the Olympics? Where you participated? And then the part where she said that he had a royal title, that's also Googleable. And maybe it's just because I Google everything.
The thing about the Danish deception that I haven't seen anyone comment on yet is that she's lying. You can't tell me that in 2025 you have this life where you are able to see the world and make a ton of money and have friends with influence, and you didn't look up when this guy said he was a Danish prince. When he said he was an Olympic medalist, you weren't like, oh my god, I have to see your Wikipedia. She's lying. This whole time she knew. She was not tricked. She knew that this guy was not a Danish prince. She knew he wasn't a medalist, that he wasn't this like super rich guy. But she was living in her own delusion that this would all kind of resolve itself. She has the guy, you know, she has the guy that everyone else wants, that all of her white friends want. Everyone has said this, thank God, that the first thing that she says about this guy is that he's tall, he has blue eyes, he's blonde, he's Danish. Like, it all has to do with her wanting to be chosen with a white man. We all agree on that. But she thought that this would all work itself out through the power of nothing. Like, she had no basis on that. She wanted to be chosen so bad by a white man that she ignored. They weren't red flags. She just knew that it was bad. Like, she ignored all of these truths on the thread of hope that with daddy's money, with her money, that she would still be able to secure this man. And we know this to be true because he left her. She was not going to let go of this guy for any reason, because at the end of the day, the pictures were good, her friends were jealous, and she was chosen by a white man.
Now, this particular clip I'm showing is she is going to the airport to pick the ex-husband mom. You will tell me a royal family are backpacker with fanny packs. Look at her. Is this not willful ignorance? Now, these comments say she never woke up from her Dululu land. The man literally had to leave her because she wouldn't leave the man. She is the biggest pick-me in the booth, and as a family and friends, they don't talk. And this is one of the things that makes people, because I've seen a lot of people that said, what gives people a lot of icky about her is the fact that whenever she's talking about this man, the way she's smiling, the way she is just, this is just my theory. I don't have any evidence. All what I'm going to say from now on, I am speculating. Now, I did not watch the entire 26 parts series, but I think I stopped at part 3. It was so nauseating to watch, but I watched the entire narration from Bethel. I'll link her video here. That's the only place I can watch, because watching her narrate all these things, the way she was, it's like she was reliving a fairy tale. And also, why a lot of people, especially a lot of women, are saying that this man did not scam her. For someone to scam you, the person has to be smart, the person has to be cunning. But from the beginning, she willingly gave this man money. There was no lies this man was telling. From what she narrated, there was no lie. This man was not trying to come up with a lies that is believable or that is convincing, that would take a genius to know that it's a lie. This man was not even trying. I think that's the most frustrating thing about this. You know, when you hear all this scamming story, how people are being scammed, all this Tinder swindler, you can understand, oh, okay, this is a scam. Oh, it takes a lot for you to untangle the webs of lies. But these are Danish man. The man was... How do you say this man scam you when he did not even try to scam you? She gave that money willingly, and she's only coming out to tell this story because this man asked for the divorce. And I think I saw one of the comments that said they finalized the divorce, or they around 4 of this month. So everything is still very fresh, and she's still holding on to her dream Dululu white savior to come back. Also, this is my theory. She is just making this video to make it difficult for this man to get another woman, because she, in her heart of hearts, she's waiting for her white savior to come back to her. That is the reason she did not drop any of this man's name. She did not drop this man's picture. TikTok investigator, we are the one that dig out this man's video and pictures. And for people that think or believe that this man's skin tone did not play any role for her to overlook all of this, watch the part 1 of her narration. That will show you why she was able to overlook everything. This is a regular white man. But no, he's a blue-eyed, blonde man that was looking at me, Calvin Klein. Like, what? Is it the same Calvin Klein that we all know? And you want to tell me that it's not because he's a white savior? And my hope is, I hope that black women will realize that men are men. And you should vent every man the same, regardless of any race. And as a black woman, if you want to date outside of your race, You don't have to throw away your vetting process. That is why you should even vet the men more, because that even comes with another thing. When you are vetting a man that is your same race, you are only dealing with him as a man. You are not dealing with the racial angle. But if you are dealing with a man that is outside of your race, the vetting process has to be tougher, because you are vetting from the man angle, which is a misogynistic angle, and then the racial angle. Don't throw away your vetting process because a man is a white man. No, be careful, because this could have even gone so bad. Because seeing her relieving, seeing her smiling, seeing how she idolized this man, this could have gone bad quickly. What if this man was a trafficker? It could have been very easy for this man to do anything to this lady and get away with it. And seeing the amount of time that they traveled together and she throwing all safety to the wind, anything could have happened. And maybe we would have heard this from a true crime podcast. So the money is bad, the emotional baggage is bad, but she is alive, and I hope she will take more caution in the future and think about her life. Don't throw away every wisdom and knowledge and every safety because a man is a white man. Stop. Value your life. Love yourself. Work internally. Go to therapy. That's where this lady is turning, for Christ's sake. She's gorgeous. Like, I look at her, she's smart. She's gorgeous. She's stunning. Like, what is it with internalized racism? What is it with being so white crazy that will make you devalue yourself? Start thinking that someone is do you a favor by talking to you. Please, ladies, be careful. And remember that men are men. A man does not stop being a man because he's a white man. A man does not stop being a man because he's Asia, Latino, whatever. A man is a man. Be careful, please. That's it. That's it for today's video. Please, what are your thoughts? Let's talk in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.